welcome to the channel if you're new or if you've been with me for a while. I'm Alicia. All month long we are focusing on meal prep, and today I have got a keto meal plan for the week to give anyone looking for some lower carb options some inspiration and ideas. Keto requires a lot of intention and planning is a must. Meal prep in some way is key to sustainability, but it doesn't have to be as time intensive as you might think, and today I'm going to show you some ways to simplify. Today's video was made possible by Thrive Market. They have become my favorite online marketplace, not only because their healthy products are offered 25 to 50% below traditional retail prices, but also because they have so many unique healthy finds. They really are on a mission to make healthy living easy and affordable for everyone. You'll see some of my favorite products today, and I have an offer for you to get an extra 25% off of your first purchase and a free 30-day trial. The link to get that deal is in the description box below. I'm sharing a keto meal prep that covers breakfast, lunch, and dinner for one person for 4 weekdays. I think that part of what makes meal prep sustainable is not overdoing it. So if you make more food than you eat, you waste the food, you waste money, not to mention you waste time and energy prepping, and it's frustrating. So instead, if I anticipate one weekday where I can, get lunch or dinner out, I feel more encouraged to stick with what I've prepped for the week. For breakfast, I barely have to prep at all for this Mocha Nut Smoothie. It starts with coconut milk. Thrive Markets is great quality and ethically sourced, and literally half the price of my grocery store. For the shake, I like to freeze the coconut milk in an ice cube tray and use that instead of regular ice cubes. This adds creaminess rather than icy wateriness. The shake also uses Garden of Life's keto meal shake and chocolate flavor, which I got on Thrive Market, and they actually offer it at a lower price than the Garden of Life website. This shake is not a protein shake, although it does include protein. It's really designed for a high-fat, low-carb diet containing 70% fat, 23% protein, and only 7% carbohydrates. It is perfect for busy mornings when I don't have time to cook and I want to make sure that I'm getting a solid fat to carb ratio to keep me in ketosis or to just be carb conscious in general. So the chocolate contributes to the mocha, but of course that also means we need coffee. Thrive Market's coffee beans are so affordable, they're organic and ethically sourced. The French roast blend I like is from Peru. It's great hot, but what I like to do is save the leftover from my brewed pot during the day and use it in a cold shake. Okay, so to make the shake, I simply blend those coconut milk ice cubes, cold coffee, a scoop of the chocolate keto meal, and a bit of cashew butter. I also have to take a second to brag about Thrive Market's cashew butter. So their cashew butter has been my favorite in terms of taste for a long time, and it is lower in price, which is nice because cashew butter can be expensive. But they recently started selling it in these pouches. Oh my gosh, brilliant. Why doesn't everyone do this? When nut butter is clean and without hydrogenated oils and filler ingredients, it tends to separate. And mixing it up in the jar can be a headache, not to mention an arm workout. But packaging it in these pouches makes it so easy to knead and integrate rather than stirring and stirring endlessly. Genius, seriously. The shake only needs those 4 ingredients, but it is so satisfying. The mocha flavor is obvious. Coffee and chocolate both can't be missed, and the coconut milk and cashew butter help make it rich and satisfying. I get my coffee and my fat in, but as a satisfying and delicious shake rather than hot coffee. It's a nice change. So breakfast is easy to whip up the day of with minimal preparation at the beginning of the week. If you're strictly a hot coffee person, or if you want a hot coffee and the shake, Thrive Market also offers options like this keto coffee creamer, which is coconut milk powder based and easy to mix in with MCT oil already in the mix. Also, if you do want to learn more about keto and ketosis, I have a couple of videos that I'll link in the description that do some explaining. Next, lunch. It is about as easy as can be to a kale Cobb salad. Now, I was never a salad person, but a few months ago, I went on a retreat where I ate salad every day for 10 days, and I realized that if you do it right, a salad can actually be super tasty. I am starting with kale. Feel free to buy larger bunches and save a buck. It is easy to chop off the stem and cut into pieces, but I bought mine washed and ready to simplify my meal prep. Kale will last you a week for sure, longer than many other greens, so it is great for prepping in advance. Prep your other ingredients. I used rotisserie chicken, which I pulled off the chicken already cooked. This is one of my favorite ways to use protein for meal prep because it's already cooked, and cooking protein is typically the most time-consuming part. I also cooked up some chopped bacon, which takes just a couple of minutes, as well as hard-boiled eggs. cherry tomatoes. Now, if you can find smaller ones, don't cut them in half. This is gonna help the salad last the week. Also some blue cheese and green onion. That all gets mixed together with a bit of salt and pepper. I also have avocados on hand, but I don't add them until the day that I'm going to eat the salad. For a dressing, most people prefer either a ranch or a vinaigrette for Cobb salad. I am making the best of both by using Tessie Mae's ranch vinaigrette. This is one thing I love about Thrive Market. They have so many dressings and sauces and marinades that are healthy. It's hard to find healthy dressings and sauces usually, and sure, homemade is great, but it takes more work to find or develop recipes, and often the store-bought ones just taste better. This particular dressing is keto, organic, gluten-free, dairy-free, Whole30 approved. Yes, it actually has no added sugar and it's vegan. And Thrive Market makes that super clear on its product page, which I also love. It's a tasty dressing. It's lemony, citrusy, and herby. It has ranch seasonings and herb flavor without the dairy or creaminess. I store the kale in separate compartments from the rest of the salad ingredients and individually pack the dressing so I can add it at the time of eating so all of my components stay as fresh as possible while also being prepped in advance. That's it, a classic Cobb, but with kale. The beautiful thing about a Cobb salad is that it's already higher in fat and lower in carbs typically if the dressing is right, so you don't really need to make many compromises with a traditional Cobb to enjoy it on keto. You still get the crunchy textures, the richness from the avocado, the saltiness from the bacon, the sweetness from the tomato, and the bite of the blue cheese. It's definitely a win. The last meal of the day, dinner. This month, I've been sharing ways to keep dinner versatile with my 3-2-1 meal prep dinner system. Pretty much, you start with 3 ingredients to inspire you, a protein, a vegetable, and a carb for a well-balanced meal. And then you use those 3 ingredients 2 different ways so that you can have some variety in your dinners and you don't have to eat the same thing every day. The entire prep for dinner should take less than 1 hour. And today, it takes way less. Our 3 ingredients today are chicken thighs for our protein, broccoli for our veggie, and since this is a keto meal prep, our carb is really a carb substitute, Shirataki noodles. Shirataki noodles are gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and vegan, made from the konjac yam. These are only 10 calories per serving, and they can be appropriate for keto, but also for anyone who may be looking for a pasta substitute. Thrive Market has their own brand of Shirataki noodles in different pasta-shaped varieties like angel hair and fettuccine, and they are literally half the price of everywhere else I've seen. They are actually ready to eat out of the bag, but I'm going to show you how to make them taste the best in 2 different meals, a Thai curry chicken and noodles and a chicken fettuccine alfredo. I recommend storing the sauce and other components together, but not adding the noodles until the day of eating in order to keep them fresh and prevent from getting gummy. But you can prep the noodles on meal prep day and store them on their own so that you cut down on a step during the week. My preferred way to prep these noodles is to drain and rinse them thoroughly in cold water. Warning! Shirataki noodles in any form and any brand are stinky out of the package, but rinsing them gets rid of that. For the fettuccine, I decided to try the regular kind, but also the spinach, why not? After draining, add a bit of cooking fat of choice to a saucepan. I used this duck fat, which I got from Thrive Market. What a cool ingredient. It is so rich and flavorful. I love finding these items to test and experiment with, but you can use any oil or fat you prefer, of course. Add the noodles and cook for about 5 minutes, tossing with some tongs. Now the goal is to get as much of the liquid evaporated from the noodles as possible so that they're not slimy at all. Store the noodles until you're ready to enjoy during the week. I did the same with the angel hair shirataki noodles for the second dish to give a little bit more variety. Separately, I heat some Thrive Market ghee on the stove, followed by onion. Once tender, add chopped chicken thighs. Cook completely, tossing as needed and allowing to brown. Remove the chicken and set aside. You can add a bit more fat if needed and then cook your broccoli. I chop the florets small for these recipes. Cook over medium heat and steam with the lid covered. Then divide the broccoli into 2 pans and divide the cooked chicken evenly into each. Now we can add the sauces. To keep it simple, I took advantage, once again, of all of Thrive Market's sauce options. I love how you can search by dietary preferences and health values. So paleo, gluten-free, vegan, keto, and more. You can actually shop over 80 qualities. They have so many low carb and clean choices, it's like I can experiment with something new every time. With this order, I went for Yai's Thai Yellow Thai Coconut Curry. Simple ingredients, it's actually Whole30, keto, gluten-free, paleo, and vegan. For the second dish, I tried Primal Kitchen's non-dairy garlic alfredo sauce. Very clean as well. The base is actually cashew butter. It's hard to do alfredo without dairy, but this is pretty good. I like the garlic. It was a bit lemony and I wanted more of a cheesy flavor, so I thinned it out with bone broth, a clean option from Thrive Market, one of their many broths, and then I also added some nutritional yeast. Yum. If you needed this recipe completely plant-based, you could use any broth. It doesn't have to be bone broth, of course. I took each mixture of broccoli and chicken on the stove and added the sauce, the coconut Thai curry to one and the dairy-free alfredo to the other. I stored those for the week separate from my noodles, and my meal prep is done in no time. When I want dinner, I simply heat up the noodles and the sauce over the stove or in the microwave, season with salt if needed, and it's ready to go. It is so cool how different these dinners are, even though they use the same main ingredients. And it's all so simple thanks to the sauces. The coconut Thai curry is flavorful without being spicy. Honestly, I could throw this sauce on anything for a quick weeknight dinner and be happy with it. It's totally a win. The alfredo was satisfying and comforting. The fettuccine-shaped noodles were a nice addition to complete the dish, and it's crazy that these contain 0 grams of net carbs. Nuts! And that is my meal prep. Pretty much anytime I order from Thrive Market now, I also get the raw macadamia nuts. I'm obsessed. They're more affordable than from my grocery store, and they actually taste so much better. They are my favorite low carb snack because they keep me satisfied, as do all of these easy meals. It's minimal prepping overall, but it really sets me up for the week and offers variety and sustainability too. I hope you can find some new ideas and inspiration for your own journey. My link in the description will give you an additional 25% off your Thrive Market order. So that's 25% off on top of the already low prices, plus a 30-day free trial, and Thrive Market offers free shipping on all orders over $49. I hope that you'll take a minute to browse because it is so fun. If you're already a Thrive Market member, remember that they offer a daily deal. So that's discounts and gifts every single day that can be found on the Thrive Market homepage when you're signed in. Super cool. I will link some of my other low carb and keto videos in the description if you're looking for more inspiration. I'll be back all month long with more meal prep ideas, so I will see you next week. And remember, it's all a matter of mind over munch.